Oh, yeah, it records right here, and we're on. Hey, everybody, how's it going? Dan Shinder here on Drum Talk TV at the NAMM Show 2020. I know, like, who knows, right? With this guy, one of my biggest influences, Carmine Appice. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. How you? I see you're doing good.
Thank you. And you know what? You've been such a wonderful supporter since the very beginning. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it, so I won't.
Okay. Don't bother.
So I told you that I knew if you came here to help me present an award to somebody, they would just love it.
Okay.
And I really appreciate you doing that.
Okay.
I also knew that that would be the only way I could make sure you were here so I could present you with an award.
Oh.
This is the Drum Talk TV Rock Legacy Award. I've only given, this is the second award. I gave Alan White one this morning as the Prog Legacy, and you get the Rock Legacy for influencing drummers for so many years in so many parts of the world. And thank you so much. Not just with all the wonderful music you've recorded, but your books. And it's made a huge mark. This young lady right here with the glasses, come here, tell your story. Stand next to Carmine. What is your name?
Sarai Rox.
Tell Carmine what you know about.
I learned how to read out of your book, Rock for Kids, and I'm like one of the best sight readers at my School for the Arts now, and you're just like a huge inspiration for me right now.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So the Realistic Rock for Kids book.
Yeah, that one.
Oh, great.
Yeah. I'm 15 now.
How long have you been playing?
I started playing when I was like 4. I kind of stopped when I was 9 because people told me that female drummers weren't like a job career.
Well, they're right. Sorry. No, I'm only kidding.
And then
That's fantastic.
Yeah, and then I started again, I want to say when I was 12, and now I'm in School for the Arts.
Oh, that's great.
I study world jazz at LVA. So, yeah, Las Vegas.
Oh, yeah, you got to learn to play everything.
Yes.
Because you don't necessarily have to be a rock star. You can be a drummer that makes a living in music.
Thank you. Yeah, I agree.
That's how I started. I wasn't planning to make it. I just wanted to be like my drum teacher and play music for a living. You know,
Yeah.
play weddings, play bar mitzvahs, play jazz gigs,
Yeah.
play whatever, teach,
Yeah.
you know, and just make a living because it beats being in the office.
Yes, it does. I agree.
Yeah, well, that's great. Congratulations on getting where you've gotten so far.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's great. Take a picture. That's great.
What, Italian? What are you? You guys
We're
look.
Brazilian Italian. Yeah.
You have a nice, like Italian kind of darker skin.
This is my card, by the way.
And oh, beautiful.
Thank you.
If I was like 45 years younger, I'd be calling you for a date.
Thanks for sharing your story.
55 years younger. 55 years younger. That made me 18. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Can I hug you?
Oh, so cute.
Thank you. You too.
So,
Oh, that's great.
yeah. Then you know what? There are millions of drummers out there that have that a similar story. You know, not just from your books, not just from your playing, but everything combined. Yeah. You know, from going back to the 60s, you've done so many things from Vanilla Fudge and Cactus and Leslie West and Beck Bogart and Appice and Ozzy Osbourne.
Appice.
Appice, sorry. You know, I mean, it goes on and on and on. And what do you think of when you think of all the different things you've done? Are there some standout moments that were pivot points for you?
Basically, you know, when my career started, I just started pioneering drums because there were no PAs, you know, and I studied, so I learned how to play jazz. My idols were Kruber, Rich, Max Roach, Joe Morello, and I just incorporated what they did into what I did, but I had to do it louder because there were no PA systems. So that made me think of a bigger bass drum for volume. then a bigger drum set when I got endorsed by Ludwig, all oversized drums. And then with them, I started experimenting. They came out with the Octoplus. I was the first rock guy to use that, and I had a gong because
the giant gong.
because Vanilla Fudge was a symphonic kind of band, and I used to have some chimes on the stand, and I got the gong from Pasty because when I did my Ludwig deal, it came with a Pasty deal as well. So I got the gong, and I started utilizing the gong and utilizing the drum set as more of a percussion session. And then when I played with Cactus, it was more like just kick-ass double bass drum rock. And that was an experiment also. And I used the big kit on that. Then I got the Octoplus kit. And then later I started not liking the single tension toms. I said to Ludwig, give me an Octoplus kit, but put the bottom head on it. And that was the only one. And that was the kit that was on my Realistic Rock book, which I wrote because I saw some guy in the music store with his hair slicked back like Elvis Presley.
Right.
And he said, learn to play rock drums.
Yeah.
And I looked at the material, it was awful. And it was confusing because it was written on 5 lines. So I said, I'm going to write a book. And when I wrote the book, I said, I'm going to write it like the Chapin book on 3 lines, hi-hat, snare drum, and bass drum. So it's very clean, and I wanted to write it so when anybody that wanted to play rock drums can go to a certain point of that book and actually play with a band. And that was the idea behind it. And when I got my lawyer got the deal, he said, well, here's a $500 advance. I said, wow. And then he said, but the good thing is you own the copyright. And I said, okay, I didn't even know what that meant.
What that meant, yeah. What year was this?
1971.
71.
And then once I did the book, Ludwig was trying to get me when I was at Vanilla Fudge to do clinics. I got to admit, I was too eagered out, and I was a pop star, and I didn't want to do it. But then when the book started coming out, they said, if you want to sell the book, let's do clinics. He said, clinics will sell the books, just like gigs sell the records.
Right.
I said, oh, okay. So I put the very first clinic together at Sam Ash in Long Island, and we had 800 people there.
Wow. What year was that?
1972.
1 year later.
Yeah, and that was, I didn't know it then, but that was the very first rock clinic done by anybody.
Wow.
The first rock drummer, rock guitar, bass, keyboard, anything. Nobody else in rock did a clinic before.
That's
So
amazing.
I started something that I didn't even know I started,
Yeah.
but Ludwig started. They kept pushing me and pushing me.
Yeah.
And finally I said, okay, I want to sell books. After the first year, I was friendly with Joe Morello. We sold 3,000 books, and Joe said, that is unbelievable. Now, to me, I thought it sucked because as I'm used to playing, I was used to selling 300, 400, 500,000 records.
Right,
So
right.
3,000 books in a year was nothing.
You had a different perspective based
Yeah,
on
totally. And then I ended up selling more and more and more. Now the book has sold way over 400,000 books.
Wow.
You know?
And it's helped so many people. And you know, in your list of things you've done, I left a couple things out. Of course, you wrote a lot of Rod Stewart's big hits with him, and you played with him for a long time.
Not a lot. I'd say 2.
That's a lot.
But I
considering
played.
you had
But I
3.
played on him. I played on a
Yeah,
lot of them.
absolutely. Performed with him. You even played with Pink Floyd. You recorded. That was the Delicate Sound of Thunder, if I remember correctly.
Dogs of War.
Yeah,
Dogs of War.
Dogs of War was the song. And there's an interview that I did with Carmine 6 years ago now. Yeah, this is our 7th year.
On my
So
couch.
this was our 2nd
Is
year.
that the one on my couch?
Yeah, when Lori and I tore up your house.
I just sold that house.
And it's a very in-depth interview about Carmine's career. I wish I could have gotten your biggest influence here, who I believe was Gene Krupa.
With Gene Krupa and Buddy Rich.
Yeah, I wish I could have got them
They were
here.
the 2 big ones.
I tried to get your second biggest influence here, but Vinny said he was busy. Your brother.
Oh, Vinny, my brother. Yeah, 'cause you get Vinny. I use the Cal Uta. I was thinking of which Vinny. Yeah, he's done really well. I'm very proud of him. He's done real well. And when we do our drum war show together, the Appice Brothers, we have so much fun.
Oh, it's the best drum show out there.
For me, it's more about playing, the creativity now. Because, I made all the hit records, all the money, and, I'm fine. And I just love to play.
It's great.
And I love to be involved in all this. And I'm glad that I was involved in the education because when I did Realistic Rock in the clinics, it opened up a whole new part of my career where I became an educator.
Right.
And I loved it, just like that young lady went through my book. Now, that book wasn't my idea.
Right.
That was Warner Brothers' idea. But I did it. And even the kid that did the video, I'm working with now. I'm co-managing and producing his band. And he was 11, now he's 21.
Oh, wow.
And he's got a little brother that plays guitar. He's now 18. And they're called Kodiak, and they're really a kick-ass band. And the drummer now, he's a great drummer. He studied with Joe that edits for Hudson.
Yeah.
Joe, help me. Cut.
Franco? No.
No, not your friend. Virgie, Bikini, I forgot.
Yeah, I can't think of it
I
either.
forgot his name.
Well, two senior citizens were like 280 years old together.
Are we?
So hold
We might
this.
be close.
Hold this for a moment. I got one more thing for you, and it's from one of our sponsors. So I know from last year when you interviewed with our Dr. Nadia Azar that you get some aches and pains from drumming. This is one of our sponsors. It's 100% CBD pain relief cream called Flow by Fairwinds. I want to thank them for sponsoring the Rock Legacy Award for Carmine. And I want to show you this stuff. It's amazing.
Do you smoke it?
No. That's something else they sell on another site. No, they could ship this across state lines because there's no THC. Open this up. You got.
What's in
Give
it?
me a little one. Give it to me. Open that up and smell it. It's amazing. And this stuff works like magic.
Let me try it on my troubled area. Right there.
I get that too, and only on my left hand.
Only on
It's
my
like
left.
an impact thing, I think.
Yeah, it's arthritis for me. I was hurting. I went and had an X-ray, and the guy said, "When my son does medical, he's a radiology tech, and when they took the X-ray, they said, well, I'm sorry, dude, but you have a little arthritis there."
Oh wow.
So,
Yeah, it works like magic.
okay,
And you keep that one too.
all right. If it works, I'll be calling you for more.
Send me a video.
I can endorse them.
Thank you, Fairwinds. I appreciate it. This is for Carmine. I'm going to put it back in the box for you.
Nice, thank you so much.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Thank you so much for all the years of great music and all your books and your support with Drum Talk TV. It means so much to me. Thank you very, very much. Thank you. Thanks.